Sport now with Alan Partridge. Alan, you're a keen fan of the law, aren't you?
I certainly am. I support the law fully. Not too keen on those that break it, though.
How do you support it, then?
Just generally support it.
What, generally turn up on a Saturday afternoon and wave from the touchlines?
This is Sports Desk. I'm Alan Partridge, and it's a special desk of sport now as we look back on some of the sporting highlights of the last sporting season. So lie down, relax, and let the sports commence. When it's cycling championships you're after, you can't say fairer than the Tour de France.
Dive, Brandauer there in the lead, swaying from side to side in his own inimitable bike-riding way. Klaus Bin there on the inside, pumping away with those gristle-like muscly legs inside those tight lycra shorts, which have become his trademark. And I don't know what this man is playing at. There's no way. Surely the judges must come down like a ton of bricks on that. Carrying bikes on top of a car is not a sportsmanlike way to run this race. You join me in the helicopter now as we look down on these cyclists that look somehow like cattle in a mad way, but cattle on bikes. And there's Sven Gunsen, closely followed by his great friend and teammate Klaus Bin. And the man with the bikes on his car is, yes, he's disqualified, as I said. And Klaus Bin there wins, riding non-handed. No need for that.
It was a belter of a season for athletics.
1,500 metres there, cram. And not a lot happening. Quite unremarkable. Oh, good, someone's fallen. It's Peter Elliott, yes. He's down. Peter Elliott, no relation to the late Denham. And come on, Pete, back on your feet. You can catch up with them. No, he can't be bothered.
And it was upsets all the way in the dive championships.
Greg Lagani, down, double back twister, bangs his head in. Textbook, lovely. Let's see it again. He boings down, up in the air, double back twister, comes down, bangs his head on the board and in. Lovely. The judges surely will give him high marks for that.
But for my money, the best punches were being pulled this season in the boxing ring.
As he's affectionately known to me. Thank goodness, actually, they're wearing gloves, because I've witnessed bare-knuckle boxing in a barn in Somerset about 3 years ago, and it was a sorry sight to see men goading them on in such a barbaric fashion. And I'm rather ashamed to say I was party to that goading. And two men fighting, as I saw in the barn that night, naked as the day they were born, and fighting the way God intended. Wrestling at points. I don't know if you've seen Women in Love, the marvellous scene by the fire. It kind of resembled that.
I'm Alan Partridge, and that was my sporting season. Why don't you join me for another one? Join me.
Thanks, Alan. Time now for our resident humorist, Brant, the physical cartoonist from the Daily Telegraph, to cast a wry eye at the week's events. And it certainly has been some week, hasn't it, Alan?
Yes.
And so, with that in mind, Alan Partridge is at Marple for today's horse races. I wonder what he's doing at the moment. Alan?
Hi, Chris. I'm Alan Partridge. Horses. Love 'em or hate 'em, from Mr. Ed to Silver, that's the Lone Ranger's horse. They're all here mingling with officials. Don't do that, please. It's the 6:13 Queen Henry Stakes, which is generally regarded as the litmus test for Derby form. Jockey folklore says that if you cock up the Queen Henry, you might as well ride the Derby on a cow, which of course be a complete waste of time. Let's have a look at the betting. The going today, of course, Moist to Tricky. The betting, Diabetic Charlie at 3-1 favourite, Two-Headed Sex Beast at 4-1, and at 20-1, Mrs. Boothroyd's Holiday Dancer. All the rest, 50-1 bar. That's all for now. Join us later for the race. Back to you, Chris, in the studio.
Alan, have you got a tip for us?
I did have a tip, but I was going to tip New Year's Lad, but his horse box was hit by a Volvo on the M3. Terrible mess. Apparently he's dead. So, bad luck there. Back to you, Chris. Stop it.
Hello again. The 6:30 delayed due to a collapsed paddock. They're just sorting that out. Men and women here wandering around like ants on an anthill. Good to see Platitude Queen, a renowned horse, well known for its sense of humour. Look at that wiggle. Marvellous. I don't know what that is. Two to look out for. Number one there, Zainab Adawi's 20 Hotels, and number three, two-headed sex beast. It's great to see the deaf catered for by these real characters in anoraks. Couple of youngsters there fooling around. Let's hope that that tomfoolery doesn't escalate into blind, ugly violence, which, let's face it, none of us want to see. Two fat ladies, 88. Old bingo expression there. Although these ladies, I'm very sure, are not the kind of ladies who you'd find at the bingo hall. They're altogether a better class of fat lady. Look at that lovely girl there, chomping on a sandwich. Oh. I'm sure what that is. Hope it's not a dead horse. They're not going to fit it in the back of a Volvo 340. Actually, I hope it isn't a dead horse. Sorry.
But first, Alan Partridge for the delayed 6:30 at Marple. Alan, either you've just had a fight with a fire engine or it's raining its arse off out there.
Hi, Chris. No racing as of yet. As you can see, one or two problems with the weather. It's really quite wet here. Really is quite wet. It was horrible. Really awful. Back to you in the studio.
Back to today's races. Alan Partridge is at the...
This is bad. Let him lie in it. Let him lie in it. I'm Alan Partridge here at Marple with me. Just a quick look at the betting. Onion Terror 2-1 favourite, 7-4 massive bereavement, and 100-30. Trust me, I'm a stomach. All the rest 3-1 bar. The 6:30 has a 50-minute delay due to a fist fight near the paddocks between two officials. One of them now hospitalised. But I'm pleased to say I have with me the winner of the last race. Come here. Come here. Mickey Doolan. Hello, how are you?
I'm very well.
Are you now? Now, how do you feel about the race there? You won that race, the last race. How do you feel about that?
Well, very pleased to have won the race. It was a hard race, won it by a nose at the end, you know, so it's
and your mum and dad must be pleased. And what do they think of you doing this? Shouldn't you be at school? Do they not think you're sort of missing out on schoolwork?
Well, I think I'll be a little bit old for that now. I'm 33 years of age,
what?
You know. That's right, I'm 33 years
You're
of age.
33?
That's right, now.
But I thought you... I mean, you look about 14.
Well, I'll take that as a compliment, you know.
Are you really 33 years old?
43 years of age, that's right.
Oh my God. Well, all the others, are they sort of 30? I mean, they're not children?
Well, age varies from about, you know, 18 to 42 or maybe a bit older.
But you're so
that.
small.
Well, that's the idea, you know. I mean, if I was any bigger, if it was your size, then I wouldn't have won a race today.
Right, that's why you never see people like Brian Blessed riding horses. No, it makes sense. Right, well, thanks very much for talking to us, Mickey Doolan. Mickey Doolan here at Marple. Ah, raining.
Alan, sport.
Thanks, Chris. Well, as I said, it really was...
Shut it, Alan. I want you to stop. Time now for sport with Alan Partridge. Alan, you're a bit of a word man, aren't you?
I certainly am, like words. Where would we be without them? Help you when you're having a chat.
Yeah, do you feel them as they come out?
Yeah, certainly do.
What do they feel like, then?
Yeah, something like that.
Do long words feel different from short ones?
Yeah, yeah.
What about significant words? What do they feel like? Alan.
What?
What do significant words feel like as they come out? Do they feel different?
Yes, yes. I'm Alan Partridge.
Buttress is a significant word, isn't it?
Yeah. This is Sports Desk. Football. The Liverpool versus Tanners match ended last night with defeat for the Tanners. I visited their dressing room. The atmosphere here hangs heavy like a big smell. The smell of men together, the smell of cat's musk. Bob Mariner, you missed the penalty. Why?
Yeah, Alan, it was a bad one. It took the top of my boot. It was all over in an instant.
You look really stupid.
Yeah, it wasn't a good performance. I'm going to try and take a shower now. Right. On to the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Are you going to wash away the stain of defeat?
Yeah, get clean now and look on to the next. Start again in the rest of the season.
Yeah, but when you go home with your, you get to bed with your wife tonight. You watch it on a VHS. You're going to sleep with her. She sees a stain on your body, and she says, "Bob, remove the stain." Will you remove it?
I'm not married, Alan. I'm not married.
You've got a girlfriend, though. On to show jumping, and I managed to catch up with the Australian dazzler Katrina Parfitt after this morning's big horse event. Katrina, quick word. let me say, you look fantastic on a horse.
Thank you very much.
You're like the Lone Ranger on Tonto.
Oh.
How do you feel?
Well, I feel disappointed. I didn't quite make it this time, but, you know, that's the way it goes.
I was personally gutted because I love those little touches you add, the way you turn, smile at the judge.
Well,
a little wave, a little wink.
It doesn't go on looks and smiles, it goes on a lot of skill and discipline.
I'm sure it does, but let me tell you, if I'd have been a judge, I would have been a complete mess.
Right.
What about the horse? How's that handling?
Well, Sedanzik wasn't doing too well. He shied away from the water jump, and that's when I really began to lose it.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, if you ever have any more problems with him, you can ride me around the paddock.
Thank you. Anyway, I think that next year I'll have better luck.
How do you ride a horse?
How do I ride?
How do you ride a horse?
Well, I've been riding since the age of about 5. I don't think it's anything you can learn. I think it's something that's in the blood.
Sedanzik
Is my horse, yeah. And I shall be back next year and I shall win on him.
You tell him.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very much. Thank you. Katrina Parfit, a lady.
Sure, Alan will agree she certainly is one for a fast car.
She certainly is. I prefer something a little bit more comfortable myself.
Now the sport with Alan Partridge.
Thanks, Chris. And it's a special desk of sport this week as we look forward to all the sporting action that will take place in this year's 1994 World Cup finals in America in Alan Partridge's World Cup countdown to 94. Goal!
Yes, 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 yes! That was a goal!
Goal!
Striker! Eat that! And another! Bing bang, stick it in. Thank you and good night.
Flat! That was liquid football!
Shit! Did you see that? He must have a foot like a traction engine.
Goal! Well, it's going to be 3 weeks of non-stop action, and to help us along and add a little bit of colour and fun to the proceedings, I've got with me a soccer meter. What's that, Alan? Well, I'll tell you, it's very simple. It's to explain the group system. Now, first of all these long arms here, these long signposts, are the venues where the matches will be played. Dallas, San Francisco, Los Angeles, and so on. If you look at me from above, you can see that these are the group. This is the group system. It's 14 groups: A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, and there are 4 rounds. There's round 1, the red round, yellow round, blue round, red round again. That's my colour coding, not FIFA's. You won't find that with FIFA, just with me. So that's the basis of it, and as you can see, they get progressively fewer towards the centre, the ultimate goal being the World Cup. All right, let's take an example. OK, round 1 is Pasadena. Let's say it takes place in Pasadena, between Chile and Paraguay, something like that. OK, and then we're through to round 2, which is, let's say it's San Francisco. We've not got much time here. San Francisco, and that goes through to Orlando. So let's take it round to Orlando there. Let's move those out of the way. Where's San Francisco? Right, just going to find San Francisco. Where is it? There it is, right. So San Francisco have played Orlando, and then we're through to round 3, Los Angeles. It's not written. It's not written on that side. It should be, but it's blooming not. And then it's whoever wins that. Then we're through to the final and the World Cup. Who's that going to be? Goal!
The proof is in the pudding, and the pudding in this case is a football.
Booth, eat my goal. The goalie has got football pie all over his shirt.
I'm Alan Partridge, and that will be my World Cup 94. You can come too. Join me.
Thanks, Alan. More sport from you later.
Absolutely, Chris. With a bit of luck, we'll have Sandy Lyle on the line.
America now.
Oh.
If you have a baby in the States, you may well be in for a bit of a surprise when they yank it out.
I'm Alan Partridge. Hello. Rally driving. The championships start tonight, but here's what I got up to this morning. Hi, you join me with Susie Herper, one of this Britain's top lady rally drivers. Susie, you're going to be subjecting me to some atrocious punishment. What's that?
Well, I'm going to take you around the course that I won the rally on recently.
Right, fantastic. And the stickers, what are the stickers for?
Advertising.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Really is that simple. Before we go around the course, just to explain, this is a modern camera that will be watching all my facial movements. It's the size of a slim Panatella cigar. One more thing, it's a great model, it goes like a bomb, and the car's not bad either. Come on, let's go burn some rubber. I see you quite, oh, hey, hey, spunky lady.
Hence the bumpiness.
Yeah, certainly know how to handle this bitch. You keep her in line. I like it. It's good. You take another scruff of the neck and you let it know who's the queen. The car's the bitch. You're the queen and I like it. Yeah, whoa. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, easy. Easy. Whoa! What's there?
Yeah.
Why are you stupid? Watch out for that! Careful! Well, whilst driving like she was, maybe big and clever on the rally track, it certainly isn't on a housing estate. Remember, lives matter. Chris. Thanks, Chris. And now some late-night soccer results. I'm Alan Partridge. This is Division 2. Hull Paragraph 5, Portsmouth Bubblejet 1. Sheffield Hysterical 3, Chunky Norwich 1. Richmond Arithmetic versus Nottingham Marjorie match postponed due to bent pitch. Good night.
Time now for sport with Alan Partridge. Alan, got to say that soccer commentary was brilliant last night.
Thank you.
It really was. I mean, I'm not very interested in soccer, but I was totally absorbed and entertained by the whole thing. Great. Tell you what, take a bit of extra time if you want. Do as much as you like on this. I'll be enjoying this too.
Tonight, we're going to look at self-defence.
Brilliant.
Now, self-defence is no longer the preserve of hard men like Charles Bronson and Lee Marvin. More and more these days, we all need to know how to get a bit handy. Anyone who's been on public transport late at night will know that there are a lot of disturbed individuals out there. One minute they may be babbling incoherently, the next they could be going for your person. What do you do? Well, this week is National Self-Defence Week, so who better to tell us than one of Britain's best-loved judo fighting people, Commonwealth silver medalist Adam Neils. Adam.
Hi.
Now, self-defence is not simply about punching someone repeatedly in the face till they're unconscious, is it?
No, it's exactly what it says. It's defending yourself, self-defence with the minimum of force.
Weaponry?
No, just your body. That's all.
Snooker ball in a sock?
No. We teach people how to deal with that, but.
What do you call those things with two sticks with a chain between them?
Nunchaka.
Yeah, I like those. Now, can we actually see some of the basics? Can you sort of talk me through the basics?
Okay, Tanya, if you...
Basics of self-defence.
Right. Well, we teach people to deal with anything from a sort of general invasion of body space through to a specific act of aggression.
Right. So if I was to go like this, wait, no, I can't breathe.
So she's now wrested control away from you.
I cannot breathe.
Sorry. Okay, that's good. She's wrested control away from you and has overcome you. The aggression's been turned against you.
What happens if someone attacks you from behind?
Right. If you were to attack me from right, I throw you. I could throw you. I could use an elbow block against you, or I could shock you, immobilise you with just twisting the skin, something.
Get off, Chris.
Time now for Alan Partridge. Got some sport for us?
Certainly have, Chris.
Great.
And just some late-night soccer results. Here they are for Division 2. Sheffield Bonanza 1, Dynamo Aberdare 4, Manchester Coherent 2, Jill Morel 2. And the Scottish Division 1 game between Taste of Dunfermline and Strathcarnage cannot be stopped. Good night.